Well, it's no surprise the Conservative platform presented by Stephen Harper earlier today has attracted quite a bit of attention on the political blogosphere. Susan Ormiston has been tracking the election debate on the internet with Ormiston Online. She joins me now with some insight from there. Good to see you, Susan. So what kind of a response are you seeing online today?
Well, quite a bit of response in general to the economic statement and to the polls. In a sense, the Tory blogs, of course, are expressing a little bit of relief that the Prime Minister finally tackled the economy head on. They had been taking some hits for no platform, and their opponents had been, gaining some ground on that. And so finally he came out and said something, and they're glad about that. They're talking a little bit about leadership. They're talking about the Prime Minister being an economist, and certainly if anyone is to lead this election, the economist should be the right person for the job. But there's also a lot of uncertainty in the blogosphere, as there is generally, about these poll numbers and what that means for the incumbent party.
Well, let's talk about that, because the shift in the campaign in the last few days has seen the Liberals close the gap with the Conservative Party. How is that reality now being reflected in the debate online?
Well, it's kind of interesting. Yesterday morning, we started to see some blogospheres, blogs expressing a concern about those numbers and what did it mean about the Conservative campaign, and taking some hits at the war room strategy for letting it get to this point. I think today what's coming out is a pretty concerted campaign saying, okay, people out there, if you're reading this blog, you should really think about what this may mean. Do you really want a New Democrat Liberal minority government? If you really vote strategically, think about what you might get. Not only may the Tories lose a majority, they may not get a minority either. And this is, of course, coming from the Conservative blogs. But it's interesting. This campaign has gotten a lot more critical, a lot closer, and I'm expecting more of this campaign will start about starting to say, okay, think about how you're voting now. Yeah.
Is the tone changing in what you're running across on the internet? Is it getting perhaps more shrill in these final days?
It's not. It's getting more serious.
Yeah.
There's real stakes now. The last week, the economy is hitting all of us. So beyond the things that we used to be seeing dug up as campaign tactics, strategies, advertising, those types of things, now we're seeing these huge issues, the economy and things like that, being played out, and how the voting patterns might affect.
Fascinating. All right, Susan, thanks very much. Good talking to you. Susan Ormiston. You can see more of Susan's reports at Ormiston Online at cbcnews.ca/Ormiston Online, all one word.